Look and design leads us into comfortability. How do these actually feel, and are these nice to wear for long periods of time? I've actually reviewed the Sony WH-CH700N headphones on this channel as well, and one thing I'll tell you is that they're not the most comfortable headphones. You pay for what you get. They're about a little under $200. Now, these headphones range from about $279 to $329 for the Bose Quiet Comfort 45s, and I do have to say they're some of the most comfortable headphones I've ever worn. When you put them on your head, the first thing you're going to notice is a few things. The headband is extremely comfortable, but it's a very nice headband. It goes on your head and rests very well. It's very soft and squishy, and you're not going to have any issues with the headband itself. Some headbands I've actually witnessed, they go on your head and it just kind of feels like there's a brick there. That is not the case with these headphones, and I think you're going to like it just fine. The ear cups themselves go over your ear completely and suction cup to your head, but it's not exactly an uncomfortable feeling. It's more about just the features of the headphones and them actually accomplishing what they're there for. The actual headphones themselves are very lightweight, considering that they are more lightweight than other headphones on the market. This creates a really nice dynamic where the lightweight featurality and functionality of the headphones actually make them very comfortable to wear for long periods of time. What I've noticed from my time with the Bose Quiet Comfort 45 is that the lightweight functionality, the headband, and the ear cups, they kind of promote a triangle of comfort, and this isn't just to sell the headphones. What they really do is they create a feeling of kind of freedom to where they actually really don't feel like there's much on your head. I've put other headphones on, such as the Beats Studios, Beats Solos, and it's just like putting a whole mechanism on your head, and no wonder they're not very comfortable after an hour or two. Now, I'm not going to say the Bose Quiet Comfort 45s are the most comfortable headphone on the planet. I get ear fatigue after about 2 hours. This is because no headphone out there is going to be perfect, and you're going to get ear fatigue no matter what. What I am saying, though, additionally, is that I am a earbud guy. I'm used to my AirPods all day and my Powerbeats Pro, so when I put on earphones, I'm not expecting them to be pillows on my head and act like nothing's there, but they're pretty dang good for a pair of headphones that are on the market and that are actually ranging from about $279 to $329. So as far as comfort, they get an A+. I'm not sure I've ever felt I'm not sure I've ever felt a headphone more comfortable than these in my life, and I will say that there's others that I've definitely felt that are way more uncomfortable, such as the Skull Candy series. I hate to say it, maybe they've gotten better. Those were some of the most uncomfortable headphones I've ever worn. They were just heavy, bulky, you get it. Moving into connectivity, guys, the earphones connect to your phone seamlessly and easy. You pair your iPhone with them, and there's actually a Bose app. This is meant for updates and basically renaming your headphones if you'd like to do that. A lot of people like to rename their headphones, so it's not just Bose Quiet Comfort 45s. So if you're on the treadmill or you're doing some lifting across from the gym and you want to have connectivity to your phone, easy. So these headphones allow you to actually connect to your phone, but then have the ability to control the buttons on the headphones themselves. They have pause, play, forward, and rewind, and they also have the volume buttons on the headphones themselves. So if you're somebody who wants to put your phone at the cabinet at your gym and then go to the treadmill or go somewhere and get in your own world without distractions, you're going to be all set here. In fact, it's really easy to control everything on your phone with just the click of some buttons on the Bose headphones. You get a nice response from the headphones when you click them, and it's really, really, really nice having this ability. And this is actually a huge selling point for me as a headphone guy, because I really like to get away from my notifications when I'm in the gym. Sure, notifications come in for this via the Siri voice, and I listen for just really important ones, but that is nowhere near as distracting as getting notifications while you're on the treadmill next to you and your phone constantly lighting up. We all have been there, and we all know that this can be really frustrating, and especially when you just started a workout and all of a sudden there's an emergency with a social media group or with your friends. Phone calls. Phone calls, guys, is going to be one of the things that I did want to address on this. I have had some phone calls while with these headphones, and I will say that the recipient and the actual person sending the call, there has been no issues with phone calls. I've even done some FaceTiming, and it comes through very well. This tells me that the Bose Quiet Comfort 45s actually have a great microphone on them, and there's really no issues if you're going to actually use these for anything else other than music and movies. If you are somebody who does that a lot, I do recommend taking off one of the ear cups, because otherwise you're going to be shouting at yourself. Same effect happens when I actually put my hands over my ears. But for phone calls, there should be no worries. And now the iPhone actually has the voice isolation feature for your headphones. So if you actually want to use that, you'll be set. So guys, next coming into sound quality. The reason why you guys are all here today is going to be sound quality. So sound quality on these is going to be exactly what you expect from Bose, but I want to dive into that pretty deep. So I've been able to use these headphones pretty heavily, and I've been able to do a lot of different mixtures with music and really understand what these sound like. So I will say this, and I'm just going to say this and put it out there, is that these headphones sound generic for a Bose headphone. Bose has always been famous for their generic sounding, balanced headphones that aren't exactly emphasized anywhere. What that means is that when you get these headphones and you pull them out of the packaging and you put on a song, the song is going to sound good. It's going to sound great, but what it's not going to do is it's not going to have any personality. And in the headphone world, personality is something that I really want to touch on for a minute because it's very important to discuss this. Is that personality means when you have something like Dr. Dre's Forget About Dre versus something like Andre Bocelli or Josh Groban. Those are two different genres. And one thing to keep in mind about headphones, if you guys are headphone gurus, is that headphones are about personality when it comes to music, and the Bose have none. It's all a broad spectrum of music that all sounds the same, and that is not a bad thing. What that means is that these are not meant for audiophiles. If you're somebody who's looking for all the instruments in your music to sound exactly how you want it and to be exactly how the artist intended, the Bose headphones don't exactly do that. What they're giving you is they're giving you the best interpretation of the music that they can possible in the most generic way. So it's hard to explain on a video like this, guys, without going into frequency responses and talking to audio engineers. But what the Bose headphones don't do is they don't give you emphasis on the bass or emphasis on the mid-range. In fact, but I will to get really specific, I will say that the Bose headphones, I think, do put emphasis on the mid-range, which is also the treble. And I think they do this to give you the most generic range, but they also know that most music has mid-range and treble. So they focus on those areas, but you're not getting any emphasis in the highs or the lows. And it doesn't mean that they sound bad. It's just not what they are prioritizing. So priorities is really what we're talking about when it comes to music on headphones. So if you are looking for something that really emphasizes the high end, maybe you really like Celine Dion, or maybe you're really into that high vocal range, these are going to sound good, but they're not going to sound great. For those, you would need something like an audiophilic Sennheiser headphone. Something I do want to address about these headphones, because I think it's very important for this video, is how do these actually work when you exercise? If you're somebody who's looking for a headphone that is going to actually go over your ears, but you're worried about how it's going to work on the treadmill and for exercising, the best way I can really put it for these headphones is that I think they're going to be the closest you're going to actually get to the best headphone for exercise. And what do I mean by that? So the headphones themselves, if you actually do a very tight fit, which I will say the tighter the fit you're going to have on your head, the more discomfort you're going to experience quicker. That's just kind of the logic behind that. However, what I do recommend is if you're going to exercise with them, if you have them too loose, you're going to kind of feel a little bit of a plasticky feel when you run as they kind of shift on your head, which is just natural because your body moves as you run, obviously. However, what I will say is that if you are going to be someone who has them very tight, they are going to feel a little bit more stable and a little bit less like they're going to fall off your head versus having them too loose. What I recommend is as you tighten them, they're actually going to come up on your ears and you're going to feel them hit your ears a little bit. They do that on my head, so they might not do that on your head. Don't be alarmed. It's just something that kind of happens when you have headphones that are tightening. But when you tighten it, it's basically grasping and clamping onto your head more sturdily so that they're actually less likely to come off your head. This is what I recommend, but the bottom line to the actual question is that they do work fairly well with exercise, especially if you're just lifting weights, if you are going to have them tight. Now, if you're lifting weights and you're actually going backwards on a bench and you're going to do a bench press, they are kind of prone to actually fall back on your head, and that's completely normal. What I do recommend, though, is if you are on the treadmill and you're moving and you have fairly good posture, when you move, your whole body moves. So what I do recommend at this point is to actually have them as tight as possible, and you're probably going to notice very, very little friction on the top of your head and less movement and the least movement as possible. When you have the least movement, that's going to actually ensure the best fit, and you're going to actually find them not really coming off of your head as long as they're tight and they're on a good portion of your head. So I did want to go over that because I think that's extremely important for those athletes out there who are looking for an over-the-ear experience while they actually work out. So guys, as far as battery life goes, that's also why you probably are here today, is the battery life on these headphones is actually going to be about 24 hours. What I have noticed, because 24 hours is what Bose says on the website, what I have noticed about these headphones is that headphones get about, I would say, about 18 to 23 hours. I know that's being really specific, but I would say I don't charge them a lot. And I would say for me personally, the battery life is really phenomenal, so I would not say that there's any issues for that. Last but not least is noise cancellation. I wanted to say for the best for last because why not? Noise cancellation on these guys is terrific. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, and I bet you already knew that before you came to this video. So I'm going to get a little bit more into depth about what the noise canceling really is. For these headphones, I would say you're utilizing the noise canceling if you're coming to this video to find out how well they work for planes, a coffee shop, and basically that's all. Just say this and be honest, when the house gets a little nuts. So if your dog's barking and the paint guy is at the house and everyone's yelling and your whole family's there, how well he's going to do if you're trying to focus on a research, or you're maybe you got a meeting at work and you really got to attend that. So as far as the plane goes, these actually get rid of the plane engine's noise completely. As far as we're going to basically do this as if the music is at about 40 to 50%, because I'm not going to go through every single scenario that you guys are going to encounter with these headphones on. Like if I have the noise canceling on and the volume's at 0, if I have noise canceling on and the volume's at 100%. Because if you have noise canceling on and volume's at 100%, you're going to hear absolutely nothing. So, a plane could come by you and you're not going to hear anything. But if you have these noise canceling 100% and volume at 0, you're only going to be experiencing the noise cancellation versus the volume actually sending the volume muting everything. Volume of the music, I mean. So what we're going to do, guys, for this example is we're going to say that the volume is at 40% and the noise canceling is at 100. Well, there's no other way to do it. It's either at 100 or it's not on. So the noise cancellation at 100% means you're not going to be able to hear a plane engine. You're not going to be able to hear kids in the background. What you might be able to hear is if somebody is shouting really loud, but the hint of them shouting. So like the echo. So essentially your body kind of can predict things. Like if my dog was running up to me right now, but I was working and focused, I would be able to feel potentially her presence coming up to me and about to lick me. But there's a small chance about that, but that's just human nature. So you're only going to be able to feel that there's maybe something going on, but overall the noise canceling mixed with your music playing is going to actually completely eliminate the noises of what's happening in your house. So guys, that is how good the noise canceling is. I'd say at about a 10, I would probably give it about, if the best I've ever had is a 10, I would probably say it's about a 9. I haven't actually had any real noise cancellation other than I've gone to some listen up studios and some other noise audiophilic studios, and they've like had this room where you can't hear anything and you turn on the music and it's amazing. That was like a 10. So this is probably like a 9. If you are somebody who's looking for like coffee shop comfort headphones to just get in the zone and get working, these are going to be the best bet for you. What I do recommend is if you have noise canceling on but nothing playing volume wise, that I would say the noise cancellation is probably like a 7 or an 8. I have noticed that when you put them on and there's nothing going on, the only thing you might really hear is like sirens, or if like a bird were to hit the window of your coffee shop, you would probably hear that, which I hope you would, or like really loud, obnoxious noises that the noise cancellation I think is safety wise not canceling. Otherwise, you probably won't hear them call out your name for your coffee order, so keep that in mind. Anyways, guys, this was the Bose Quiet Comfort 45s. I hope you guys enjoyed these. The link will be in the description because I know some of you guys will buy these headphones just because why not? If you guys don't see the price that I've listed down there, it means that they've gone up and down. The prices go all over the place. On Amazon Prime Day, I think they were like $250 or something. I actually did a video on it. I don't remember, but go get these headphones, guys. If you guys are looking for the best headphones for noise cancellation, I'll see you guys later. Peace.